Welcome to another episode of Peculiar Endeavors podcast. I am Amelie and I am your host. As I know how difficult it can be to change your diet and start eating healthier, because to be completely honest, there's just so many things to think about, and sometimes you just don't know where to start, so you kind of put it off. But I thought I'll give you some suggestions to some things that you should be eliminating from your diet. And obviously, you don't have to eliminate everything at once unless you really want to. But I thought I'll give you some simple suggestions to things that would be very good to eliminate from your diet. And some of these things might be quite obvious, like sugar, for example. A lot of sweet things and a lot of things that are not even sweet have sugar in it. And if you're someone that drink fizzy drinks, for example, I would definitely eliminate this because it's just really bad for you. I'm thinking mostly about people as well that have gut issues. I find sugar is just highly inflammatory. And, if you would like to have something sweet every once in a while, then like pick your days, or like what I normally do. If I have some favorite things that I really like and enjoy, I have my sweet treat, not every day, but I have it every once in a while. And I also have the thing that I really like the most, or a treat that I know would really taste good, because it's you do it for the enjoyment, for the flavor, really. So you want to enjoy it. But I think drinking sugary drinks, fizzy drinks, and juices and things like this is just really bad for you, because you don't really think about how sugary they are. So I think that's a very good thing to stop. And I guess if you're used to drinking fizzy drinks, it might be a difficult thing to do, but at least try to cut back. Another thing is different kinds of milks. And I know that many people might be lactose intolerant. Like I said before, I don't really believe that it's completely the lactose, is also the cows, what they're being fed. It definitely has to do something with gluten as well, but this could be difficult. Maybe if you're lactose intolerant, but I would suggest if you drinking milks, and if you're drinking milks like almond milk and soya milk and oat milk and coconut milk and all of these, which I also have done before, and I'm not really judging anyone because I've been doing this myself, and all these so-called milks are really, really toxic for you. Almond milk, almonds are seeds, so you have like seed oils and the pesticides, and the oxalates, and I think there's probably lectins in there as well. It's really not good for you. Also, these milks, so-called milks, they also have added, many times sugar, a little bit of salt, and many times there's also oils added into it. And it's seed oils. Normally it's rapeseed oils or sunflower oil. It's the same thing with soya milk. You've got soya is highly genetically modified, and it does disrupt your hormones. So I would definitely suggest not to have that at all. Oat milk is the same, and in my head, when I was having these so-called milks, I thought that oat milk would be the least bad for me because it's just oats. But oats are not really gluten-free, and also there's so much pesticide in oats, and the milks that are oat milks, they also have oils in them, and yeah, it's just really toxic. And me myself, I didn't even think about it. I thought it was a great choice, but it really isn't. It is extremely inflammatory on your guts, and that is something that I would suggest for you not to use and drink. I would try instead, and this is what I did in the beginning. I had a lactose-free milk because at least it comes from a cow and not from pesticides and seed oils. And I thought it worked better. I actually have no issues with having milk right now. After changing my diet, it took a long time, and I know that not everyone is the same, but I would definitely eliminate all these so-called milk substitutes. And yeah, if you like your coffee black, then I'll suggest you have it black, but I know it's kind of boring. At the moment, I really enjoy putting cream in my hot drinks. But yeah, I think that's definitely a big thing. Also, baked goods. I know this is a really difficult one because we're so used to having bread with everything and toasts, and it's just so common that we have bread. We don't even think about it. I definitely feel like bread that is gluten-free is also bad. I can't really eat gluten-free bread. It does not agree with my stomach. But then if you look at the ingredients, there's crazy amount of ingredients in there. And I know it might be difficult to stop eating bread, but I would definitely at least eat less bread and think about what kind of bread you eat. A lot of breads, I mean, bread is bread, but a lot of breads also have a lot of sugars and a lot of additives to it. And it's just extremely bad for you. It's very inflammatory, so your stomach is not going to feel great. I know there's like this fad going on with sourdough bread. I do really like sourdough bread, and sometimes I do really fancy some sourdough bread with some butter on it. I think definitely if you need to eat bread, do have bread with better ingredients in them. So the last thing I would like to mention is seed oils. I already said they're just really bad for you. So let's say that you have your sourdough bread that you're looking forward to eat, and you put spread on it instead of butter. And that just completely messes everything up again. So if you look into every single thing that you get and look at the ingredients, most of things have some kind of oils in it. And I'd say try to avoid anything with seed oils. Did you know that when you cook with seed oils and you fry things, and when it gets hot, it actually changes the molecular structure and it becomes really, really toxic? And I know that there's a lot of oils that say, you can heat it up to a certain degree, but this is what happens with oils because they're highly processed. And it changes the structure of the oil because it's not very heat resistant. So I'd say if you really need to use an oil, oils are not fats, basically. Just putting it out there. An oil is not fat. An oil, if you need to use oils, I'd say a good quality olive oil would be good, because olive oil is normally not made out of the seed, is made out of the fruit. And I wouldn't heat it. I would just use it cold if you want to use it on something. And if you want to fry anything, try frying it in tallow, extremely heat resistant. You can also fry in clarified butter or ghee. And you can also use coconut oil. I personally don't really like the taste of it, and it's not my favorite thing to do, but you can, because it's much more heat resistant. And obviously butter. But butter is not very heat resistant, but it's really nice when you fry something that does not require heat as much, like fish, for example. Then it has a really nice flavor to it. Yeah, I think those are the things you could start with eliminating, and I'm very, very sure that you'll feel much better. If you have already eliminated any of these, it would be great to know what you eliminated, and if it was difficult, and if you're still sticking by it. Yeah, I'm going to leave you with that and speak to you next time. Bye.